We will take on the important topic, next one, that is visit. In order to understand visit schedule, dispensing schedule and patient transactions, this part is very important because everything depends on this. So we will now discuss on visit. What are the different types? First we will discuss what is meant by visit and what are the different types of visits. Okay, this is a basic understanding about the visit. So then what is a visit? Visit is an appointment between subject, clinical trial subject and the clinical trial team. It can be anyone in the clinical trial team. It can be coordinator, it can be investigator, or it can be a study nurse, or it can be a pharmacist, anyone. The interaction between the official interaction between subject and the clinical trial team is known as appointment. So that is the importance of visit. It can be anything. And what are the different types of visits? First one is virtual visit, and next one is in-person visit. In virtual visit there are different type of visits. One is video call, or it can be audio, just audio interaction. And nowadays I have seen one trial where they are using augmented reality and virtual reality. So augmented reality and virtual reality are the future, but as of now we don't need to worry about that. We have to concentrate on either the call can be a virtual call, can be a video call or audio call. Next one is in person. The subject can directly come to the site, or whatever the location that is chosen, that is called in person. These are the two types of visits we can have. Next one is, this is very important. You have to differentiate between two types of visits. Visits are broadly classified into two types. One is a scheduled visit and the other one is unscheduled visit. What is a scheduled visit? Scheduled visit is a planned visit. When you plan, what is this plan? This is a date. Okay, when you say in advance to the patient that you have to come to the you have the visit on a particular date, that is known as planned visit or scheduled visits. So this is very important, what I am going to tell you now. What are the different scheduled visits we have in the system? What are the normal or regular scheduled visit that are to be in the IRT system or clinical interactive response system? First one is screening. In screening, only what we call existing screening. So we have two types of screening, right? One is screening new and screening existing. So screening existing comes under scheduled visit. Next one is run-in. Just make note of this. It will be very important for you to differentiate between scheduled visit and unscheduled visit. Next one is randomization 1 and randomization 2, enrollment 1, enrollment 2. These are all comes under scheduled visit. And in our system, in the system, you have to have scheduled visit. The scheduled visit represented as scheduled visit X. So any of the scheduled visits also come under this scheduled visit. Next one is completion. Completion is also a scheduled visit. Next one is follow-up. So follow-up visit also comes under scheduled visit. In further classes, we will look into what is screening, what is run-in, what is randomization 1. These we will look in detail, but as of now, you have to remember these are the ones. First one is it should have a date, pre-advanced date. The first transaction will be screening, existing screening, not new screening. Run-in, randomization 1, randomization 2, enrollment 1, enrollment 2, scheduled visit X, any scheduled visit, completion visit, follow-up visit. All these visits comes under scheduled visits. Okay, next one is unscheduled visit. Unscheduled visit is a long list. We will go one by one. So unscheduled visit is an unplanned visit. When a subject comes to the site, or when the clinical team contacts the subject, or subject comes to the subject contacts the site on without any intimation or without any schedule. These are known as unplanned visits also. First one is pre-screening. You have to remember pre-screening is the first visit, and we don't know, we cannot schedule that when the patient comes for the pre-screening. We will not know when the patient comes. We have to take, we cannot give a particular date to the subject from the system perspective for pre-screening. Next one is pre-screening failure. Even pre-screening failure, we don't know when we need to screen fail the subject. That's the reason even pre-screen failure is also known as unscheduled visit. Next one is re-pre-screening. Okay, even re-pre-screening, we don't know when the patient will come for re-pre-screening. We cannot give a particular date from the system point perspective. Next one is screening new. Even when you are, when the system doesn't, when the protocol doesn't have pre-screening and the patient is coming for the screening for the first time, or the first visit of the patient is screening, then also it cannot be predicted. That is known as screening new. Then screening failure, we don't know when we have to screen fail the patient. There will not be any particular date for it. Next one is re-screening. Okay, even we don't know when we have to re-screen the patient. Next one is run-in failure. Run-in failure, also we don't know when we have to run-in fail the patient. That's the reason it is also comes under unscheduled visit. Next one is re-run-in. Even re-run-in, we will not have idea, our system will not have a date for re-run-in. This has to be decided on the go. Okay, so coming to re-run-in is also an unscheduled visit. Next one is we have unscheduled visits. So it will be represented as unscheduled. So it will be a bracket here and also 0y. So we will look what are all these notations when we go to actual unscheduled visit. Next one is discontinuation. So we don't know when we have to discontinue the patient from the clinical trial. And also unblind subject. Unblind subject. Unblind, we also don't know when the subject develops some complications in the system, and we have to know the blinding of the subject. That's the reason unblinding of the subject is also considered as unscheduled visit. Unblind subject request is considered as unscheduled visit, and we have one more transaction, unblind subject request management. Okay, these are all the things that are considered as unscheduled visit. So make a list of this. It will be very important for you. It will come again and again in the system. So basically, scheduled visit is a planned visit. Planned visit means IRT system will give a date. IRT system will give a date. On this date you have to come. System will give a date. It is not that investigator or anyone at the site will give a date. So if I am the investigator, I can just call the patient and say that you can come on this day for there is a adverse reaction, or we want to do some additional test, you can come. But here we are considering scheduled visit and unscheduled visit from the system perspective. If system gives the date, on this date you have to come, that is considered as scheduled visit. If system cannot give the date, that is considered as unscheduled visit. Okay, but make the list separately, scheduled visit and unscheduled visit, so that it will be important for you. Yeah, this next classification is also very important. It comes in each and every transaction. Visit types based on dispensing. Based on dispensing, whether we are giving the drug to the patient on a particular visit or not, the visits are classified into three parts. First one is dispensing visit. So this is mandatory. When you select a visit as dispensing visit, the system mandatorily dispense the medication to the subject. Okay, and when we select the visit as non-dispensing visit, it is not mandatory. The system will not dispense the medication to the subject. And the one more visit is we have dispensing / non-dispensing visit. Here system will ask the user, the end user who is using the system will put a question to him: do you want to dispense at this visit? If it is selected yes, the system will dispense the medication. If selected no, the system will not dispense the medication. So here you have to understand every visit, whatever we have designed the system now. So every visit can be configured to be dispensing visit, non-dispensing visit, or dispensing slash non-dispensing visit. So every visit can be configured in this way. Do you know dispensing, you know, right? Giving the medication to the subject. System will say, if it is a bulk kit, it will say give this kit type from this lot, this much quantity. Okay. If it is a discrete drug, system will say the kit ID. You have to dispense this kit ID. So if it is bulk, kit type, lot ID, quantity. If it is discrete, kit IDs. So how many kit IDs? It may be 1, 2, 3, whatever the kit IDs, it will dispense to the subject. The system will display this kit IDs so that the end user should be dispensing these kit IDs.
ClinGenius Research.